Greetings, YouTube, and happy holidays. In 3 days, it's going to be Thanksgiving, a very big holiday in America, and the rollout of what is usually considered to be the traditional holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. That's always how I thought of it as a kid, was that's when it started, and it rolled right into New Year's, and it kind of had this magic aspect about it. This segment of time that was special somehow. It's when we saw friends and family more as a kid. Of course, there was the gatherings, the decorations, the gifts, the spirit of the season, if you will. Nowadays, as an adult, I tend to take the week of Thanksgiving off, and I have again this year. In fact, when you be viewing this, I'll be on vacation. I'm here. I'm going to be a staycation. I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I'm filming this on the first day I have off, which is the day I got out of work. I got out of work at 7 o'clock this morning, and I am going to be up all day long until I get to go to sleep next to my wife tonight, which would be very pleasant because recently I've only been able to do that for about 5 hours a week. And for the next week, I'll be able to actually sleep in the same bed with my wife at night. It's kind of nice. But this year, Thanksgiving is a little different because this year, we're in a world-spanning plague. Yes, I know it's a virus, not necessarily the bubonic plague, but it's a pandemic, and COVID-19 is killing thousands of people every day. At the time of this filming, yesterday, the total was 2,000 Americans died yesterday, and there are parts of the United States where there's one state, I can't remember which one it was. It might have been North Dakota, where 1 out of 1,000 people in the state have died from COVID. Not 1 out of 1,000 of those have been infected. 1 out of 1,000 for the entire population. And one of the reasons we're having this is that Americans refuse to wear masks. They refuse to socially distance. They refuse to stay home. Now, my state isn't doing horrible. It's not great. New Hampshire isn't horrible at this point. We haven't had a complete lockdown at this point. And I'm an essential worker, so I have never really stopped working during the entire pandemic. And my wife works at an eye doctor's and is also considered an essential worker, so she's not stopping either. In fact, she's there right now. So while I'm taking efforts, keeping away from people, wearing a mask, washing my hands, I'm still out there on a fairly regular basis. There are things I'm not doing. I'm not going to movie theaters. I'm not going to restaurants, at least not till we have a vaccine. I'm not going to estate sales. The quarters are too tight, which could be a big thing I miss. And I'm only going to places that I know are going to be airy enough that I have space to move. So there are places I will go to shopping, and there are places I definitely won't go shopping for that reason. I may go do some bargain hunting myself this week. I'm not sure. But the reason I'm making this video is I'm really hoping that people will understand that this Thanksgiving is different and that you should really stay within your bubble. You should stick to just the people you live with. No friends, no family, no trips to go see grandma, nothing. You stay in place and you have whatever traditional meal you want to have. Now, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I haven't been in a very long time. I don't necessarily see any reason to celebrate a day to commemorate the invasion of the North American continent by Europeans and the oppression and extinction of its indigenous people, which is what I view this day as. It's the same with Columbus Day. It's a day to celebrate a slaver and a rapist. I don't really think that's a day we should be celebrating. But this year, stay home. Because if you travel and you mingle come Christmas time, you may be in a hospital on a ventilator or mourning the death of a loved one. Because it's really serious out there. Our hospitals are getting maxed out. There are no places to put them. And people who have other medical conditions that just need medical care that has nothing to do with COVID-19 are being turned away. There's just nowhere to go with them. we're stressing the medical system in America to its breaking point. There are places in America where people are walking off the job, medical assistants and things, even though they're being offered almost $40 an hour. They just can't do it anymore. They're dealing with patients who are denying the existence of COVID-19 while they are dying from COVID-19. Thanks to the grifters out there that have convinced them it's not real, because it benefited them to believe it's not real. And then these people become spreaders or super spreaders, going to rallies and weddings and parties and mingling without masks, getting up close and personal. When you can't do that anymore. It's gotten to the point where I see footage or pictures of large crowds now. It kind of skeeves me out. Makes me anxious. Because all I'm seeing is a field day for a virus. Because I understand the germ theory of disease. Lots of Americans apparently don't. So do everyone a favor. Stay home. Have your turkey or your faux turkey or whatever. But don't mingle. Stay home. And be thankful that you don't have COVID-19. And help prevent it by wearing your mask and socially distancing. We can defeat this, but it's a group effort. Americans aren't good at that. But we need to learn real darn quick.